What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of our MotoGP25 Career Mode. Today we're here with episode 3 at the Austin, Texas Grand Prix, the American GP. Episode 3, make sure to check out the Thailand Grand Prix and the Argentinian Grand Prix to open up the season. I'll hopefully leave a link down in the description for the playlist. So, if you haven't watched them, I highly recommend them. But here we are then for episode 3, and let's see how this one goes.
Hello to all our friends back home from the USA. We're live from Austin, one of the tracks with the highest elevation change in the entire championship. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the Moto3 class race.
Alrighty then, so here we are then at Austin. As you can see, it's got a variable weather, possibly on the graphic there, so we might be getting some rain, because obviously it is dry right now. We've got 19 air temperature, 26 track temperature, northwest, the wind, I think that is. I don't know if that detail will be all that relevant to us on these little Moto3 bikes. Does wind actually play a part in the MotoGP games? Who knows? But we've got Yamanaka on pole position, so we have got MSI on the pole position once again. I do believe it was Piqueras last time out. We've got Alvaro Carpe starting second. I think that is his best qualifying of the season so far on the Red Bull KTM. And then we've got, as our special third guest, we've got Jose Antonio Rueda, number 99, sharing the same number as us. We're both number 99 in this series. He will go from 13th on the Red Bull KTM. Ourselves, though, we go from 5th place. This has been our best quali of the season, I think, so far. P5, because the opening rounds qualifying was a little bit more, difficult to really extract what we wanted. But here at Austin, P5 on the grid, there's only 4 bikes that we have in front of us compared to about 15 going into turn 1. So feeling pretty confident and pretty, good about this Grand Prix, even though it's not a track that I would say I particularly enjoy to play on a bike game. I'd much rather it on Formula 1. But here we are then on the grid. 5 red lights are on and 5 red lights are out, and we got a pretty bad reaction time there from the little snippet we get there of our launch. We didn't really sort of get anywhere, but Yamanaka then will lead the way into turn 1. We got, I think this is Lunetta, trying to go all the way around the outside of everybody. We've had is that a sniper's bike, I think, has come down in turn 1 there, possibly maybe Carraro, possibly, as Rollstone tries to come up the inside. The Leopard there is that Almanza or Fernandez? Not too sure yet from this top view, but one of the Leopards has been completely wiped out of the Grand Prix, and I do believe that might have been Fernandez. It has been Fernandez, so it is David Almanza in 7th place there, number 22. So it is Adrian Fernandez then, who has been wiped out of the Grand Prix, coming into the flip-flop section for the first time in this race. First lap out of 4. A little bit of a shorter race here because of the longer lap, as we tried to go around the outside of Rollstone. On the Tech 3 KTM, we dip in onto the green a little bit though, but luckily for us, seemingly no warning there. Maybe we didn't gain any time, maybe we lifted just enough or whatever, but luckily for us, we avoid a warning, which is obviously not what you want on your very first lap of a Grand Prix. But back at the front then, we got Yamanaka then starting to pull out a little bit of a gap now over Foggia on the CF Moto and the Red Bull KTM. Although he has a moment on the curbs and he has gone down. Yamanaka is out of the race lead. He finally, starts showing some sort of, potential in the season. Maybe Thailand. He was up there with Piqueras, but this was his moment to shine, and he has gone over the curb and lost the front there for the MSI bike. So that is good for us. It slots us up into 3rd now, although we've got Rollstone here coming with some good speed, good momentum. Is he going to come up the inside? Not to be into this penultimate corner, but we're coming to the last corner then to end the first lap. And it looks like it is going to be Foggia that is going to lead this first lap over Carpe on the Red Bull KTM. We are going to cross the line in 3rd for Bo, and then we've got Rollstone right behind us, and I do believe that is Lunetta on the squadron. We've got David Almanza there, we've got Pini. So, we've got a lot of riders just right behind us. We can't afford to be making a mistake. Obviously, we know we're missing a little bit on the straights, so I'm really pushing in these first couple sectors just to see if we can pull a couple bike lengths before we come onto the straight. But we have a bit of a moment coming into the flip-flop section here. The bike's moving around. Luckily, though, we are still on the machine and we haven't actually lost any positions or even lost too much time here to Carpe, luckily. But we do get a little bit of a tap there from Rolstone, as Fernandez now has to drop a position, as you just saw in the little Stewart's graphic there. So I'm not too sure what's going on with him further back. Obviously, he's had that massive crash as we pick up 2 warnings within a matter of meters here. Which isn't ideal for us. But yeah, Fernandez took out on the first lap coming into the flip-flop section, and now he needs to drop a position. So yeah, he's having a bit of a race to forget for the old Leopard here. It's definitely going to be ideal for his World Championship prospects, although we might be looking pretty bougie here, because obviously we've got Fernandez out of the Grand Prix. Well, not out, but he's pretty much out of the points, probably you'd say. And Piqueras doesn't seem to be anywhere in this top 9 either, as we've got yellow flags out behind us. So you know, this I can take this. I would quite take this result. And this is what we need. Is a Red Bull has gone down on the exit here. How has he actually crashed that far out of the corner? He seems to have lost the front. It's just washed out on him. How has he actually done that? That was so far on the corner exit. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable crash there from the Red Bull KTM. A little bit, obviously, nervous because we are on a KTM ourselves. So if his bike can do that, then, you know, you would have thought that maybe our bike can maybe do that too. But you would have just seen there, we did creep over onto the green once again in this Grand Prix. But luckily for us, we remain to get a warning from that one. So again, lucky from us, because we should probably realistically be on 4 warnings now and have these last 2 laps with only 1 track limits left in us as we get really close to the edge of the curb once again. Lunetta and Almanza, they have gone over the curb though, directly behind us, as Lunetta is the bike now that has slotted himself up into 3rd place, got by Rolstone and Almanza. And we've got Pini in 6th, Raider 7th, for not having a great race as Lunetta tries to come up the inside. He's actually got the move done there. A little bit of a surprise attack that we wasn't expecting. We are going to send it back up the inside though, climbing back up the hill, go over his nose on the little flick to the left as we drop it down the hill now. And we do slot ourselves back up into 2nd place, which is obviously where we've been finishing all season so far. We've been an Alex Marquez, we've been the P2 guy, but coming into the hairpin, I feel like, oh, we've got a bike here. I think that's Zab Rolstone's KTM has come down, and what happened there? That must have been possibly on the brakes, because it looked like the bike came into the corner without a rider on. So KTM's, the Red Bull ones anyway, are having a little bit of a mare here. We've got Raider in the picture behind us, trying to close up to us as Lunetta comes up the inside into the hairpin there, and we slightly make a little bit of contact on the exit. We're going to try to go around the outside into turn 13. A little bit brave, a little bit audacious of us, and it isn't going to quite work out. We're going to be put on the outside again as we almost make a little bit of contact through turn 15. Tricky corners these, not so much I suppose on a Moto 3. Everything's a little bit easier on Moto 3. But in some of the bigger bikes, this track is just a mission. You know, some of these corners, it very much is a track that I would rather just race Indianapolis or Laguna Seca, pretty much anywhere, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, on a car this track is really fun, but on bikes it is just so stop-start tedious. But as we come out the last corner to start the last lap, then Foggia has a massive lead over the rest of us here on the CF Moto, so surely, barring any form of drama, he will be taking the first win for CF Moto. Lunetta in 2nd, up the inside. Is he going to hold that position? Is he going to run it? Yeah, he's rung it out a little bit wide, and we do get him on the exit then. I did think he looked like he was kind of going in there a little bit quick, but we've got David Almanza there right behind us, looking to obviously capitalise on anything between me and Lunetta here and get himself up on the podium for Leopard. First podium of the season, I think it would be, for Almanza, because Leopard has very much been carried by Fernandez so far this season. I know we've only had obviously 2 races, but you know, it's important to compare your pace with your teammate and stuff. and Almanza is definitely getting, you know, rather smacked lately. So this is a result that he's probably going to need for his own season and his own sake. But we've got a pretty bad momentum here coming down into turn 11. Luckily, though, the AI didn't quite, you know, be close enough to be able to send it up the other side there. But we're going to see now yellow flags again into that hairpin. So we've had some sort of crashing back there. But looks like our teammate is out now. And David Munoz is out of the Grand Prix. Another championship rival in the Grand Prix, which is out. He had a pretty bad race in Argentina. And now he's out of this one too. As Foggia's down. Foggia is lost the front on the corner exit. His bike has come onto the track. It looks like Pini's gone down. Is that Bertele? Or possibly Kelso maybe has gone down too. It looks like it was Bertele, because Bertele was up there. Angel Piqueras now has slotted himself up into 6th out of nowhere. So he's now on the, you know, the top 10 board there. But unbelievable. See, we've slotted ourselves into the lead. We are going to win. Well, obviously we've still got 2 corners left. Let's not, you know, let's not hype ourselves up too much yet. But we are going to win a race in our rookie season, in only our 3rd race as we go onto the green again. But luckily, no warning or no drop position like it should be in, you know, in real life terms. But here we go then. Out of the last corner, we pop a wheelie and we take the first win of our Moto3 career, coming here at round 3 at Austin, albeit a lucky win, because, you know, we didn't, you know, quite have that pace to actually probably win this Grand Prix. You know, Foggia very much looked in control of that one. Adrian Fernandez there, as you can see, he did slot himself into the top 10, so what a comeback from him, from crashing to, you know, dropping a position to still be able to get a top 10 result is pretty good. But here we go then, Riders Championships. This is the important one that we're interested in, and we are now leading by 21 points over Adrian Fernandez. Angel Piqueras slots himself up into 3rd. Munoz drops down after that DNF there in Austin. Team Championship, we managed to lead the way by a point. Unfortunately for us again, you know, one-man army in this. I think that championship is very much going to be one that we're just not really going to stand a chance in winning, really, unless our teammate starts getting really quick very soon. I do feel like that is going to be a ask too much for us. But here we are then, celebrating with the team Parc Ferme for our first win. We're not used to Parc Ferme, you know, it's not that Parc Ferme is a new, you know, section of the track for us, so we've never been in or anything like this. We've been here twice now, 2nd place, silverware back to back, but this time round we are going to be taking the big beautiful gold trophy. But sitting down with the team then, so the team are going to be interested in what we have to say here, because Austin, you know, is a track where you can sort of, you know, get used to a lot of different corners. You've got flip-flop kind of things. You've got hairpins, uphill streets, you know, 1 gear, 1st gear corners, 2nd gear corners. You've got a little bit of all sorts. So hopefully the information that we can provide to the team here, you know, helps us down the line with the bike. We are still sort of, you know, pursuing engine, because I do feel like my bike is just slower in a straight, even compared to, you know, other KTMs which have the same engine as me. You know, when you get in the slipstream of someone and they're pulling away from you, you know something is not quite right. But we are gonna, you know, keep pushing for that, for the engine, just to see if you know, KTM can deliver. Angel Piqueras is what's he saying then? Jamie Randall is working hard. We need to close the gap before the season is jeopardized. Hopefully not. And our teammate is saying, what a race from Jamie Randall. I can't think of a better way to get your first win. I would rather win with me being the actual fastest rider over someone crashing in front of me. But hey, I will take it. Our teammate is happy. He had a bad race in Austin. He was out of the Grand Prix too. So yeah, we're gonna get a bit cocky with it. We're gonna tell him it's the first of many. He didn't like that. He sort of found offense to that. Which is rather unfortunate, but hopefully it is the first of many. But yeah, guys, that is it for today. We're going to be going to Qatar for round 4. Very good Grand Prix, I think, for us under the floodlights, or will it be in the afternoon conditions? Who knows? But yeah, guys, that is it for today. Leave a like and subscribe for more content as always, and I will see you with the Qatar Grand Prix tomorrow. So be there. Ciao.